What is the easiest way for you to know if your body's producing testosterone and HGH without getting your blood work drawn? Let's take a look. If you have followed me for any period of time, you know I'm a huge fan of the Garmin and the Garmin platform. The Garmin platform is by far the easiest and most user-friendly dashboard to utilize when it comes to evaluating sleep as well as physical activity. When we look at the subject of testosterone and HGH, also known as human growth hormone, if you do any kind of research on it, you'll recognize that those two hormones are absolutely vital for muscle growth and recovery. When you look at something like HGH, this is something that most people aren't aware of, almost 75% of your HGH is going to be produced during sleep. When you look at testosterone, testosterone is produced only when you are asleep. So if you're somebody who has external signs of low testosterone, take a look at how long your days are. So literally, the longer you're awake, the less testosterone your body has a chance to produce. Now let's zoom out to 10,000 feet. How would you know, using the Garmin platform, whether or not your body's producing HGH and testosterone? And it's very simple. All you have to do is dive into your sleep numbers, but I want to give you a little trick. Look a little deeper underneath the hood than what most people realize when it comes to the Garmin. Go into your Garmin dashboard and go look at your sleep cycles. You can do that by scrolling down, and you'll look at where it shows you, what time you went to bed, what time did you wake up. So you're going to get a number there that tells you your total hours of sleep. That's going to give you a good idea. What's the window of opportunity for testosterone to be produced and released? When we go and we look at your HGH production, you can look at your circadian rhythms, and this applies to testosterone as well. But the beautiful part about the Garmin is it gives you a very easy report. Look at the top left. What is your total deep sleep numbers? That would be considered deep sleep or REM3, and then compare that to your wake time in the bottom right-hand corner. So in a perfect scenario, we'd like to have that deep sleep number be bouncing as close to 2 hours or above. We'd like to have your wake time be less than 10 minutes. If we look at the total time that you're asleep, we'd love for that to be over 9 hours. So when we're looking at the Garmin, if you want to ask yourself, is my body producing testosterone and HGH? All you have to do is answer the question, number one, are you actually asleep? Just because you lay there in bed doesn't mean that you're sleeping. Please don't take that as a snide or disrespectful comment. We've had clients that have invested in the Garmin and were absolutely blown away by the idea that they weren't sleeping even though they were laying in bed. So when we go and we look at the Garmin dashboard, it actually tells us when you're officially asleep. It shows us how many deep cycles you've had. It gives us how much total time that you were awake, and it tells us how much total time you were actually asleep. Now, the beautiful part about the human body is it has a lot of moving dynamics. And you go, Rob, what do you mean by that? Well, if you're preparing for a big race, we recognize that those numbers can be skewed a little bit because of the anxiety associated with the event. We can also look at this and we can answer the question, why would you not be able to sleep for 8 to 9 hours even though you were actually laying in bed? And that's because you haven't satisfied hunger. Garmin has another feature where you can look at calories in versus calories out utilizing MyFitnessPal. The software integrates together. I could continue to go on and on about Garmin. I hope you guys realize at this point, I'm not a paid brand ambassador. I purchase all my Garmin wearable devices, scales, heart rate straps, the whole 9 yards. My responsibility to serve you here on YouTube is to make sure that you know what to buy, why to buy it, and then more importantly, how to use it and interpret the data. I own a blood evaluation company known as Complete Med Solutions. If you're wanting to get extensive blood work done, yes, we have that service that's available, and we look at it from an athletic standpoint. So it is there and it's available. However, wearing the watch is a lot less invasive. You get day-to-day information. You can benchmark it literally on a daily basis, and it by far is the easiest way for you to know, hey, am I giving my body a chance to actually produce the hormones that play a significant role in muscle production, dropping body fat, getting physically stronger, getting physically faster? Yes, it's called the Garmin. I hope this video has answered some questions. Testosterone and HGH are very powerful hormones in the body, but something that the internet likes to kind of blow out of proportion as if it's some unattainable hormone that you've got to get synthetically from somewhere else. Your body produces it naturally. Let's make sure that you're tapping into it. If, however, sometime during this video I created more questions than I may have answered, do me a favor and please drop me an email. contact@coachrobb.com. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications because every day we put out a new video, and it's our hope that we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for your time.